Good day, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Ambassador, your go-to channel for all things relating to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Here, we dissect the latest news, engage in enlightening discussions, and offer a platform for thoughtful dialogue about our beloved Sussexes. If you're as enthralled by their journey as we are, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Stay updated on their endeavours and join us as we delve into an intriguing discussion about a recent interview that has been making waves. Recently, Thomas Markle, Meghan's estranged father, sat down for an interview with Dan Wooten. Now, this wasn't your average father-daughter catch-up, far from it. This was a sit-down filled with insinuations, allegations, and quite frankly, a disappointing display of paternal disconnection. During the conversation, Thomas Markle seemed to suggest that Meghan, his own daughter, may have used a surrogate to give birth to her children Archie and Lilibet. A claim, mind you, that is not only baseless but also deeply personal and intrusive. It's a startling accusation that has the potential to cause substantial hurt. But let's not forget the other character in this distressing narrative, Dan Wooten, a man who, for reasons best known to him, has consistently shown less than kind intentions towards Meghan. His interviews often seem to have a cruel twist, and this one was no exception. Now, this isn't the first time Thomas Markle has taken to the media to air his grievances against his daughter. He's been seeking sympathy, using every possible platform to voice his discontent, but one can't help but question, at what cost? And Dan Wooten, well, he's been no stranger to controversy himself. His relentless smear campaigns against Meghan have been well documented and widely criticised. Yet, it appears he is undeterred, persisting with his less than charitable approach towards the Duchess of Sussex. There's an old saying, what goes around comes around. Some may call it karma, others poetic justice. But whatever term you prefer, it's worth remembering that actions have consequences, and relentless negativity seldom leads to positive outcomes. The comments made in this interview have sparked a lot of discussion, so let's take a closer look. After all, it's through understanding and awareness that we can promote empathy and kindness, even in the face of such troubling discourse. One of the most controversial remarks made during the interview was the implication that Meghan may have used a surrogate for her two children. This claim has sparked a whirlwind of debate and speculation that we feel compelled to address. Let's take a step back and look at these claims with a discerning eye. Surrogacy is a perfectly valid and ethically acceptable way to start or grow a family. However, to use it as a tool for character assassination is not only unfair, but it also perpetuates harmful stereotypes about surrogacy and the women who choose it. Moreover, the impact of such rumors on mothers is profound. Pregnancy and childbirth are deeply personal experiences, and every woman's journey is unique. To cast doubt on a woman's experience, to question the validity of her motherhood, is to belittle her most intimate moments and to diminish her role as a mother. Furthermore, it's essential to understand why this narrative is so damaging. It's not just about the person at the center of these rumors, in this case, Meghan. It's about every woman who has ever been shamed, doubted, or judged for her choices. It's about every mother who has ever felt the sting of judgment for the way she chose to bring her child into the world. This narrative paints a picture of motherhood as a one-size-fits-all experience, which is not just misleading, but also deeply harmful. It erases the diverse experiences of mothers everywhere, and creates a culture of judgment and shame around something as natural and beautiful as motherhood. In conclusion, the surrogacy claims made against Meghan are not just baseless rumors. They're part of a larger harmful narrative that seeks to control and judge women for their choices. They perpetuate harmful stereotypes and create a culture of shame and judgment around motherhood and female choices. Such baseless claims and rumors do nothing but cause unnecessary distress. They distract from the real issues and contribute to a culture of judgment and shame that no mother, including Meghan, should have to endure. Now, let's talk about Thomas Markle's motivations for participating in this interview. Thomas Markle, Meghan's estranged father, has a history of giving public interviews that seem to cast his daughter in a negative light. Since Meghan's entrance into the royal spotlight, he has been a regular feature in tabloid stories and television interviews, often discussing personal and private aspects of Meghan's life. His actions have raised eyebrows and sparked debates about his intentions and motivations. The relationship between father and daughter has been strained for years. It's a tale of estrangement and missed opportunities for reconciliation. This familial discord, sadly, is not uncommon. However, it's the public airing of these personal grievances that sets this situation apart. What are Thomas Markle's motivations for participating in these interviews? Is it a cry for attention, a bid for sympathy, or perhaps an attempt to reclaim lost connections? While we can't be certain, we can analyze his actions and words. One theory holds that Thomas is seeking public sympathy. In his interviews, he often portrays himself as a victim, a sidelined parent suffering from the decisions of his famous daughter. This tactic, though, has brought him more criticism than sympathy. Another possible motivation could be a quest for relevance. By associating himself with Meghan's royal status, he maintains a level of public interest. Indeed, his interviews often coincide with significant events in Meghan's life, suggesting an attempt to share the limelight. Lastly, it's possible that Thomas is driven by a desire to reconnect with his daughter. However, his approach, if this is the case, is misguided. The public airing of personal grievances rarely leads to reconciliation, more often creating further estrangement. In conclusion, while we can speculate on Thomas Markle's motivations, his actions ultimately speak for themselves. They paint a picture of a man seemingly more interested in public attention than in fostering a private relationship with his daughter. Thomas Markle's actions continue to draw criticism, and rightly so. And then there's Dan Wooten. What role does he play in all of this? You might ask. Well, let's shed some light on that. Dan Wooten, for those who might not be familiar, is a New Zealand-born journalist who has made a name for himself in the United Kingdom. He is no stranger to controversy and has been known for his negative coverage of Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. His articles and public statements often drip with disdain for Meghan, painting her in a less than flattering light. In the interview with Thomas Markle, Wootton played a significant role. He provided a platform for Markle Sr. to air his views that have been widely criticized as hurtful and damaging. Now, journalists have a responsibility to tell the truth, to provide balanced reporting, and to hold the powerful to account. But in this instance, it seems Wootton was more interested in sensationalism than balanced reporting. By giving voice to these damaging claims, Wootton has not just reported the news, he has become a part of it. He has given a megaphone to allegations that have no basis in fact. Allegations that can cause real harm. Because let's not forget, at the heart of all of this is a woman, a mother, who is simply trying to live her life. Wootton's role in this saga is not a passive one. He has chosen to platform these views, to give them airtime. It's a decision that is not without its consequences. The potential harm caused by his platforming of such views is significant. It fuels the fire of baseless conspiracy theories. It fuels the relentless smear campaigns against Meghan, and it fuels division. So let's not mince words here. Dan Wooten's actions are not without consequence. They have an impact, and it's not a positive one. His role in this saga is one that should not be overlooked. It's clear that Dan Wooten's actions are not without consequence. In conclusion, this interview serves as yet another example of the relentless smear campaigns against Meghan. We've dissected the surrogacy claims, which Thomas Markle seems to suggest, and found them to be baseless, serving only to fuel destructive gossip. The harmful implications of such allegations are not to be underestimated, especially when they target a mother's relationship with her children. We've also delved into the motivations of Thomas Markle, who appears to be seeking sympathy through a series of interviews that consistently paint Meghan in a negative light. It's important to remember that such narratives can be deeply damaging, particularly when they come from someone who should be a source of support and love. Moreover, we've looked at the role of Dan Wooten, who has repeatedly shown a disregard for basic human decency in his coverage of Meghan. His actions serve as a stark reminder of the need for critical thinking when consuming media. It's essential to question the motives behind the stories we're being fed and to seek out multiple sources of information. In the face of such relentless criticism, we must stand with Meghan, promoting kindness and understanding over baseless accusations and negativity. The world has enough of that already. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to Sussex Ambassador to stay informed. Until next time, take care.